western sky comes
Runway DFW.
180 west, and with zero, Gulf to ramp with you on 433. Down boy 3339, official 1 right. Clear line 18 right on boy 3339.
Live from Dallas-Fort Worth International Airport in Texas, this is Runway DFW, in color. Now, here is your host, Walt Zwerko.
I do believe I heard my name. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you may be on this big blue marble. My name is Walt, as you just heard, and you're watching Runway DFW live from DFW International Airport in Texas. It's 6:01 here in the central time zone of the USA. 8:01 p.m. in Seoul, just after midnight in London. 4:31 p.m. in Mumbai, 9:02 in Sydney, and 1:02 a.m. in Honolulu. And wherever you may be, we're glad you're watching. We're here for the next 3 hours or so, assuming our equipment holds out,
1434, third land 18 right.
with all sorts of aviation stuff for you, so hang on with us here for some exciting action on Runway DFW. So, as you can see spread out right in front of us, we've got a couple of 747s at right angles there at the UPS headquarters. We've got 1, 2. I see 2 over there as far as the MD-11s go. We should see at least one of those go out. We should see there's on the schedule, there's another 747 cargo coming in while we're on the air this morning, so hopefully we'll have lots to bring you in the next couple of hours. Let's say hello to everyone. Will.i.am says, I don't think it's midnight in London. Did I get that wrong? 12:03. Oh, it's sorry, it's just after noon in London. Coming up on tea time. I read that wrong. Sorry about that. Thank you for that correction, Will.i.am. Raina Taylor, a member of the channel, says, good morning, Walt and fellow plane enthusiasts. You're up early today, Raina. Raina has a channel, by the way, a YouTube channel. At least it's new as far as I'm aware. She let me know about it. Raina is a Special Olympics equestrian champion, and so she's got some cool videos of her exploits. So I hope you can check that out on the Raina Taylor channel here on YouTube. This looks like an American Eagle Embraer 175 landing. Let me call up my screen to see what we just saw. That was American Eagle Flight 3339 coming in from Midland, Texas. A 51-minute flight. There's East Tower. There is kind of the hazy skyline of downtown Dallas. Back in the background. Our next arrival is going to be Flight 1434, American Airlines. The big airline coming in from Wichita. It'll be an Airbus A319. We'll bring that to you momentarily here on Runway DFW. Ryan Buntrock says, good morning all. Adding, way too hot in North Texas these days. Well, that's one reason why we're coming to you here in the early morning hours of today. We should put the temperature on there. 81 degrees. 81, that's like real chill. We've been getting up to 100 or more most days. That's Fahrenheit, of course. Sunrise is coming up in about 15 minutes or so, I think. And there's no clouds to be seen in the sky today, so it's going to be...
DFW Tower, American 1992 visual, 18 right.
Going to be another scorcher.
Good morning, runway 18 right, turn land, 190. American 1992, clear to land, 18 right. American 4234, you parking up here? Yeah, west side, problem. Alright, Golf 8, cross runway 18 left with you. American 1434, good morning.
Now, I don't think we'll be seeing any planes taking off on runway 18 left, which is where the planes normally take off. At least not right now, because the big X, they've got the big X on runway 18 left, flashing to let planes know not to land there, which they normally don't. But we won't be seeing any planes taking off from there until they remove that barrier, and typically they do that around this time of day, so hopefully we'll see that transpire. Here comes another American Eagle flight. This one from Corpus Christi in Texas. It's another Embraer 175. Corpus Christi on the Gulf of Mexico. If I'm not mistaken, that was the original home of Whataburger, the famous Texas hamburger establishment.
3885, Whiskey Kilo or Echo 3, cross from the 18 left, and then pass the ramp to take the point. Alright, Echo 3, with cleared cross 18 left. Stay with you, Runway 3885.
So there's the two 747s that are hanging out over there. One of which, the one we see the side of, came in while we were setting up. The other one had been parked there when we arrived at just before 5, was it 5 a.m.? Okay. Raina says, thanks for sharing the information about my YouTube channel. I hope everyone can check it out, and I hope everyone will do that. Mrs. Runway DFW and I punched up Raina's channel on the big screen, watching her exploits and seeing her medal presentations. And Mrs. Runway DFW knows a lot more about horses than I do, so Raina got a big thumbs up from Mrs. RDFW. Channel member Aviation Mike says, I'm hoping to grab Whataburger when I'm in the DFW area this September. Always a big debate is the Whataburger debate. Whataburger versus In-N-Out Burger. And we just recently got In-N-Out Burger here a couple of years ago, so now you can have your choice of either one or both. So let's look over here. Here's one of the two MD-11s we've got parked over there. And our friend MRI says, do not forget the A300 behind the MD-11. I think he's talking about the one it's hard for me to see. It's just kind of, it's dusky right now. So things are just starting to light up. That was American Flight 1992 coming in from Seattle after a 3-hour and 18-minute flight on that Airbus A321-300.
American 1992, fucking over with us. A second? Over with us. Yep, like 138. Gotcha, American 1992, Whiskey Lima Cross, only 1 left off the ramp. Whiskey Lima Cross right left, golf the ramp with you, American 1992.
Trying to tell what they're doing with this lift here. Can you see? There's somebody on that. I guess are they checking the engine number 2 of that MD-11 there? Can't tell. Aviate Gate to Gate says, is this the first show since the Barnstormer fly-in? No, we've had 2 broadcasts since then. One was, I think, at this time last week on Thursday morning, if I remember right. And then we were here on Saturday evening, last Saturday evening. Shane Loser says, I'll be at DFW next Saturday, July 8th for a layover. Well, I hope you make your connection. Plane Spotting with Keith says, good morning, Walt and everyone. Channel member Stephanie Hutchison says, good morning, everyone, and good morning to you. Wisconsin Dave, great day in the morning, all. Channel member in the quad jet category, and of course one of our mods, Michelle RS, says, yes, Whataburger, there's one right down the street from Founders Plaza. I often stop there, usually after a late night broadcast, and by that time I usually get one of their breakfasts, which are pretty good. Sebastian Echeverria says, how often do you stream? I try to do it at least twice a week, sometimes thrice a week. There's a look back at us. As you can see, we've got the tower, not the tower, but the beacon right above my head there. We're in a slightly different position today. We're in a totally exposed position, which means it's not a place I'd want to be during the sun at maximum extent. Let's put it that way. But we'll be out of here by 9 a.m. Central Time. Douglas Serrano says, morning, Walt and everyone. Temps will go up in a few hours, and as you can see there on the screen, 81 degrees here at the big airport. Which is, you know, with the wind coming in at 11 miles an hour from the south, it's really, you know, if you're used to these kind of temperatures, it doesn't feel too bad at all. But it's going to feel pretty bad later in the day. Again, as I said, there's not even a single smidgen of a cloud up there. Adam Serena says, hi, Runway DFW. Thanks for today's stream. Enjoy your Thursday. Thank you. Well, I'm, say hello to Chris Scapulu. Morning, Walt. Lunchtime in London. Yeah, I got that straight. I was straightened out about that. Lunchtime. By the time we get done here, it'll be tea time, I think. Esther L. And by the look of that flag, I would say a Canadian friend says good morning, Walt and everyone. And I'm trying to get to everybody. Jeffrey Boo says good morning, plane spotters. Channel member Steve Lundaby says good morning, everyone. Hope everyone has a great day. Channel member Jet Fuel says good morning, Walt and crew. And Sumil Bandari, a channel member, says good morning, Walt, watching from India. So we're around the world officially, thanks to Sumil. Okay, there's somebody on that. It looks like somebody's going in the engine there. That's an MD-11 engine. Engine number 2 on the tail. That looks a little... We've got a super sticker from Jeffrey Boo. And I would like to present that to you now, but it's not coming up. He's going in there. Yikes. Well, there's the acknowledgement I was trying to put up on the screen, our automated one, with a $10 super sticker from Jeffrey. Thank you, Jeffrey. Oh, there it is. Okay. So thank you again, Jeffrey. What you're seeing there is the, I think, in the foreground, the APU, the auxiliary power unit from the from the 747 that's parked in front of it is making that vapor, which looks like that worker is in the middle of the vapor. First heavy of the morning arriving. It is an American Airlines Dreamliner. That is not the sound of my stomach. That is the sound of a little propeller plane which is delivering cargo. But what you just saw there was American Flight 962 from Sao Paulo, Brazil, ending a 9-hour and 25-minute trip from the southern hemisphere, where it's winter. And here, all those passengers are in the middle of summer. Now we have an interesting arrival coming up next. It's interesting because it's coming in from Alaska. And Alaska, of course, is where our friends Kevin and Rudy have been hanging out the last couple of days. Did you see their show yesterday on Airline Videos Live? Holy moly. I wish for them better weather today, but boy, they had some great content, including the Dream Lifter. And if you've never seen a Dream Lifter, and I don't think I think I was aware of it, but I don't think I'd ever seen one in action before. Wow, it's like a 747 on steroids. It's a gigantic airplane designed to transport large aircraft assemblies from around the world. So anyway, we're going to be seeing flight 399, American Airlines, in Airbus A321neo. And it's been flying up there for just over 6 hours, coming in from Alaska. So it's a long flight for a narrow-body plane these days. Well, not these days, because more narrow-body planes are being designed to accommodate those longer routes. So anyway, I'm looking forward to the next installment of The Adventures of Kevin and Rudy in Alaska, which will be coming up later this afternoon.
Go to the bunch. See you next time, Mark. Take 6.
You know what I think I just spied there? You may have seen it. Let me focus in on it here. Yes, it's a special Qantas livery. I'm trying to remember what the name of that livery is. I'm sure somebody will remind me. It is parked in the Terminal F area, so it's waiting for its return flight back down under. Well, it's a pretty good look at it right now. Give this an hour or two, and that would look like a mirage from this distance. But right now, in the morning time, before everything heats up, we get a pretty clear view down there, about 1.5 miles away. And James Tokinji saying it was a 747 parade over there